£15.33, sorry, 11.62, so just short of 3 litres left in the tank. 194 miles on it. Right, so let us our last ride into work. It's a Friday, and look at this for a Friday morning. Do you know, sometimes you wish you was retired, and this is just one of them days. And I have got can't wait tomorrow. I've got a really good day. I'm going out for a ride, so all my any that on the NC 750 club will have got a message. And I'm not going out on the mighty NC. I am going out on a different bike. So I'm very kindly getting a bike to demo for Mules tomorrow. That'll come out. Really looking forward to this one. And have a guess what it could be. Well, I told you in the last video, so it's an Africa Twin, but it's a 2025 model, so I'm very lucky. I've got it overnight again, so I'm going to do my usual. I'm going to have a ride out from Mules tomorrow in Manchester. Be leaving there about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I would say 10 o'clock, to be honest. By the time it opens at 9, I'll probably get there for 9, quarter past. Get everything signed off to actually go out on it, and then I'm going to go out towards the Forest of Bowland and that way, I think. And I think on the way I'm going to do a stop. I'm going to stop into Yules of Blackburn and just have a quick nosy round. And want it, you know, if you've never been there and there's something in there that you like, that'd be great. Now the other thing that's I want to bring up, there's one of my subscribers, Richard Simpson. He sent me an email. He said, would you stick a little link to my page up? Now, an amazing thing, Phil supports the Gentleman's Ride, which goes out of Manchester, and I think it's this month actually, but I know Richard said his is on the 16th of May in Leicester. So we'll put a link to Richard's page, and if you're in Leicester and you can go on it and donate to it, all the money goes to cancer, to bowel cancer and men's mental health, which is an amazing thing, isn't it? And that, you know, this is part of it when we ride bikes. You know, we ride bikes, but the truth of it certainly 100% helps your mental health. And if we are lucky enough, like us, to actually to do that, it makes a difference. Now, what I would say, if you can do it, and I may even do it, if there's someone out there, if you've got someone that can't ride anymore, you know, that's local, and watches, and wants to come out on the back of the bike and come for a ride on the back of it, open up your arms and carry someone on the back, let them come out with you. You know, you might say share the love. But Richard is at, his page is at £114 he's made so far. His target is £1,000. None of it goes to him. It all goes up to cancer. Like I say, his dad had it, had bowel cancer. You know, life is brutal, isn't it? Unfortunately, life takes no prisoners, whether you're young or whether you're old. So if we can help each other in some way or other, you know, that's the only way we can do it. So I must check. I'm going to give Philip Yules a quick ring today and find out when that is on, because I'm pretty certain the Manchester one, you have to book in on it. And I know when I've spoke to him, they've got a new route on for Manchester. So, and Richard, by the way, was, I do remember him, but I can't remember it. I don't think he bought the DCT. When I bought my, the CB650R E-Clutch, I think he bought the C650R, but the standard one. I may be wrong, he hadn't replied on the email, but I'm pretty certain that's what happened on that day. Could be wrong, Richard, let me know. But I hope you love it. To be honest, I was gutted. I did love that bike, and I just think now, I'm going to the Isle of Man in a couple of weeks' time, end of the month, and what a bike to go to the Isle of Man on. But saying that, if my Mighty NC's still with me, I'll be going on that. And it don't matter what you ride there, as long as you enjoy it and you ride safe, ride to your skill level. You know, do not try to keep up with people who had Mad Maxes. It's an amazing island. It's 20 years since I've been there, but I can still remember it like yesterday. And you know, if you go to the castle as well, the castle is stunning. What's our Picasso like today, people? Look at this. Just coming to the pinnacle of it where you go over the Manchester ship, but that's still amazing. Look at that. It's going to be a nice day today. Oh, we've got a fancy car, and do you know something? I haven't had any fancy cars this week. What have we got in here? Is it a Lotus, that by the looks of it? It is. So let's get a bit closer to it and have a quick gander at the Lotus. Look at that bad boy. That is nice, isn't it? Terrible riding, people, I know. I can't believe this for a Friday. Normally a Friday it's nice and clear. So yeah, so me Saturday is going to be out demoing an Africa Twin. I don't know whether it's a DCT or I don't know whether it's a manual. So they tell me when I get there. And whatever, I think if you buy one of them bikes, they're an amazing bike. And there's some good deals to be had out there now when I was looking at them. Because it's sad to say, dealers are fighting now. They're fighting to actually get the business. But it's summertime, isn't it? We're coming into proper summer. Your bikes, the blanket should be off them. You should be out riding away on them. You should be having fun. You should be making the best of them. So we've got, anyway, as I say, I've got the Isle of Man, so it means I'm camping. So I'm going to have to pull my tent out and air that out and check everything and get all my stuff together, what I'm taking. And it was quite interesting. One of the lads that I'm going with, he said to me, why don't you just pack all your stuff and send it by post to the Isle of Man before you get there? He says, rather than carrying it on the back of your bike. Now, I don't know what that costs, but it's not a bad idea, you know. So I'll have a think about it. But, you know, part of it for me is, part when you go camping and you go away on your bike is loading up your bike. That's part of the fun of it. And if you've never been on the ferry when you go to the Isle of Man, when you ride onto the ferry with all them bikes in it, a ferry just chock-a-block with bikes. Can't wait to bring you this one. It's just an experience. If you've never had it, you'll miss it. And it's an amazing sport, deadly sport, really, really deadly. On the couple of times I've been, I've seen people killed there. But the people that do it don't care. Honestly, they just have no fear at all. The special is the word for them. Needs at the end of it, because you'll sit there. There's many videos out there, but you'll sit there against the wall and they'll brush past you 18 inches away from where you are on that wall at 150, 160 miles an hour. The blast will go past you. You honestly, it's untrue. So what else has gone on really? Not really anything else. I've not done much this week, to be honest. Where I work, it's, as everyone knows, the kids now are doing their exams, so there's a lot of work behind the doors going on there, what we have to do. So that slows this sort of thing down, and then we've got the 6 weeks of all projects that come in to catch up for the next lot of monsters to come in September. But as I say, what's left of this year, I want to get a few good rides in and enjoy them. And I may just tonight call up and see if we can squeeze that ride in on that new MT-09 or MT-07 automatic and try that. They did email me and said when it come in they'd let me know, so they probably just forgot, to be honest. And I don't go into hunt Yamaha a lot, and maybe I need to start, when you show your face into places and help them, that's when they help you, Nice little Yamaha. Well, a big Yamaha. I think that's a 1300, isn't it? The XS. And what a day for riding, people. Fantastic. And well, actually, I was watching Crazy Legs on a bike. Now, he's testing out a 360 camera, and it's absolutely brilliant what he's done it. But sorry, bud, I haven't got a frigging tank holder there. I can't do it on mine. Look, ain't got one. Look. What a downer, eh? So I've got to figure out a different way where I could put that 360 mount. I do like that idea of where we put it, and the footage on it was excellent. I do like Crazy Legs stuff. His footage, I mean, everyone goes on about really good TV and how good his footage is, but I think Crazy Legs and stuff is absolutely brilliant. I don't know whether he uses filters on this stuff and the rest of it and editing, but I think by the looks of the links he uses Wondershare to edit his videos. But I do look at people that do videos and I think, oh, mine are crap. I wish I could get mine like that. And I suppose if you really, really start making an effort, you could do it, because it's like I'm still using CapCut to do all mine. And I'm lazy. Someone was asking about my thumbnails, about my pictures. I'm bone idle, people, so what I'll do is I'll look at a part of my video and I'll think, there's a part I like, I'll put a bit of text into it, and then I'll use a snipping tool and I'll cut out that bit of video with the text on it, and I'll save it as a JPEG, which I should really probably save it as a PNG. PNG is more raw, but it's a much bigger file, and you can edit it more. But a few people should say you should make your thumbnails better. I'm just I don't want to spend all day at the editing machine, people. I'd rather sit on the bike and do this. And I was, you know, I was thinking that in terms of even when you're putting more than one camera on the bike, it's hard work. When you start putting 2 and 3 cameras on your bike, and then you've got to go through the footage, and then you've got to cut it into each other and get the, because it's not just, you have to get the sound cut into the same place, the video cut into the same place, drop them on top of each other where you want people to see it. And I'm just not a professional outfit, as people can tell who watch my videos. And we've got our new Jim. He's got his new bike now. Waiting to go out with him. His 850 GS. So he's come off I think it was the 1150 GS or 1100 GS that he had for years. No, 1200, sorry. For years, and now he's bought a modern GS 850. So I hope you're enjoying it, mate. I hope you've had a couple of rides on it. I know we got it on the 30th. As I say, for my NC's on order now with Yules. But with what's going on in June, it's probably going to be the middle of June or July, the 1st of July, when I actually want to pick it up. I'll speak with Joe and arrange something. And I've got to see off this. And a few people have asked me about the NC. And the NC, it needs to return 5,000 for me. And in fairness, you know, I don't tell lies to people. This has done nearly 17,000 miles. There are some good deals out there. You can get a 2022 model and even a 2023 with less mileage. I think round about £5,500, £5,600. If you look on Auto Trader and you look on eBay, there are some good deals. The difference with this is you've got a lot on it. You've got I haven't seen any out there with cruise control on them. It's fully serviced, and before it goes, I'll do the valve service. Now, I was looking at the valve service. I went in and asked Yules. The valve service, so the 16,000 mile service on the Honda NC, is £800, people, £837, which is an awful lot of money. And that's where, in fairness, if you've got one of these, and if it's coming up to that, do it in the winter. Because I'm not being funny. The service is an advisory. If you put a screwdriver onto your engine, onto the front where the valves are, where your tappets are, and listen to it, you'll hear them. And if there's anything untoward toward them, you'll hear it. But on the NC, the problem with a garage, and I was talking to Tony, who's a service manager, you've got straight away to buy genuine Honda parts on this. You're at about £130, because you need new spark plugs in it, new DCT filter, new fluids for the radiator fluid, new oil. And I would say, if you're going to do it as well, even do like I will do, change the fluids in your brake reservoirs. But it's a time, because the bike also, when you do your valve service on these, I done it on my first one, I know how to do it, they're not hard to do, people. They just take time, but your bike has to be stone cold. So when you get your bike, put it in your garage at night or wherever you're going to service it, leave it overnight, come to it in the morning, don't start it, and do your work on it. You know, it's truthfully about If you give yourself 2 hours, you've got plenty of time. And like for me, I will do this and I'll put it in a video. But I think while I'm going to do it, I'm going to do the forks as well. So we'll go over all the bits and pieces that need going over on it. I went over it a couple of weeks ago, to be honest. As I say, I've gone over the crash bars, fixed them. I put new spotlights on it, a lot of new bits and pieces, and went round it, greased all the bolts that needed greasing. And if you're that way inclined, you know, it will save you a lot of money. But you know, it's like people say to me, well, that's horrendous, and it is horrendous, it's expensive, but you'll have to keep their lights on, they have to pay for staff, and at the end of the day, the owners of Yules are not in it just to sell bikes and break even. You know, he's put all the risks to start his business. You know, they want profits out of it. You know, they have to pay their own pensions. You know, and pay yours if you work for them. So I do get it, and I know I go on about it a lot, but I do get it. I do understand that side of things. But I'm going to check as well the gentleman's ride. Like I say again, Phil does that again. That's coming up this year. It'd be May probably on that, to be quite honest with you. And I think you have to book on it, like I said again. So I'll put the link in again, like I said at the beginning of this video, for Richard Simpson. He's got a FundMe page which is the Gentleman's Ride for men's mental health and for bowel cancer. You know, and if you're in the area, go on the ride. You know, throw a donation, because you never know, people. One day you may need that. And you know, people like Richard and people like Philip who do this, you'll thank them for it, and you'll thank the people, the NHS. You know, and that's the problem. The NHS, people go, well, we throw money and money and money at it. It's just the people, it's the way it's managed. It's top heavy with management. It doesn't need that. You know, I was thinking that because my first girlfriend from leaving school was a nurse. She trained in the days. They used to train on site. They didn't have degrees. They didn't need a degree. It's a load of nonsense. If you're a caring person, you don't need a degree to put you through nursing. If you can read and write when you leave school, this is Blairite that's just made a load of crap, put people in debt. Certain people have always done universities. I mean, it's like universities when I left. You couldn't go into. It's like me. I couldn't afford to go to university when I left school. You basically had to pay for it. You didn't get a handout. You had to pay for your university place. So only the wealthy got in there. But I'll be dead honest with you, people. I know people that had excellent A-level results, well surpassed me in terms of formal education in a school, and are on the dole, and have never done anything really that sits in society. They've never done anything that sponsors what the work that they did in school or university. Some people do well, some people don't. Life is about luck. Life is about hard work. If you're good with bricks, or you're good at building walls, you're good at doing gardens, you can make a life doing that. The secret is doing something that you like, not what other people want you to do. And I think that's the hardest thing for a lot of young people nowadays. They don't know what they want to do. And you know, my nephew being one of them, my oldest nephew, he went in for doing lifeguarding, done a degree in it, went to university, got all the whistles and bells to get it, and he's a coach driver. You know, them jobs weren't there, and when they were there, they didn't pay well. They didn't pay enough to actually pay his bills. So I really do think these universities, they're just businesses. They're just profit and loss. There is certain sides, I totally agree, where universities come in to their own. But, you know, use your own mind. Make your own decision. Don't let other people make your decision for you. I mean, I don't like wars. I don't believe in them. But again, I was in the Fusiliers, the Army Cadets, for 5 years from when I was young, and I wanted to join the army, and my mum wants, because you had in them days, I needed my mother to actually sign a form, and she wouldn't do it. She didn't want me going in. And you know, really, I should have waited until I was 18, and I should have gone in. Because it was, you know, you have regrets in your life, what you didn't do, and that was one of them for me. And it weren't just about serving country; it was about the opportunities in the army. The army, people think it's just about holding a gun. The skill sets that you've got in the army and the different things that do is immense. They've got so many different services in there. So if you, I mean, I'm quite pleased now, because I'm even seeing on my channel from 16 to 30-year-olds watching it. That's increasing, and I would say to you, if you're 16 and you're watching this, make your own decision. You know, really sit down and think, what do I like? And make an effort with it. Right, and at that, I've waffled enough. This is my waffle to work, but it's on a Friday today. Your next video you'll see is me out on an Africa twin. So ride safe, be kind to others, and with luck then we'll be kind to you. Bertrand Biker, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.